Hey folks, much cannabisary speaking yet again. So in today's video, I'm going to be watching these three lovely quote unquote masterpieces. Why is that? Well, first of all, they have to do with Goth Nebula. And people have I really don't know. People seemingly for some reason act like Goth Nebula was such an entity of the time, such a troublemaker of some sort. Like they had to fix her. Like they had to make a difference in the world by telling a single human being how to behave, how to change and stuff, instead of actually focusing on real issues such as racism, murder, sexism, list goes on. And I'm just like, why? Why do this? I get it. It was 4 years ago. It doesn't change the fact that Goth Nebula was victimized by people such as these, especially Dumbsville. Now, this isn't Dumbsville himself, but rather someone who, I guess, uploaded videos or whatever, chapters on people Dumbsville, the almighty Lego Jesus didn't like. So, before I dive into these videos, I want to go and point out things because my thing is, was it really worth it? Was it? Because the population of Dumbsville kept rising since then. Why? Why do you people love Dumbsville so much that you act like he is someone you owe the world to? To get started, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Telling me to stop making these kinds of videos is the equivalent to someone saying, the only way to stop racism is to not talk about it. And that's not even true on its own. It's not. And you know why. It's the same reason why you cannot just stop talking about Sonic93 and Goth Nebula or anybody else for people who are like, all you have to do is stop talking about them, stop defending them. They're not going to stop. They're going to keep finding every reason to attack Sidelined 3, Goth Nebula, or anybody else because either they're butt hurt and they need someone to beat up on and they don't want to let you know that, or they are trying to cover themselves up. They don't want to think of what they did wrong, but it's eating them up on the inside, and that's why they keep doing it. It's both in this case. There are victims who constantly get ignored. Many of you going around expecting us to shut up are the same people who ignore them, add to the problem, and expect us to clean up after you. Influence isn't just verbal. Influence itself can and has been nonverbal, deceiving, visual, in many ways, relayed, gossip, delusions, sympathetic, empathetic, soothing, copium, pride, resentment, repetitive, and so on. Quite a grocery list, but you probably get the point. Also, and then I say this to Wikitubia and the Encyclopedia Dramatica. I want to say Encyclopedia Dramatica, like it's some type of Evil Dead thing. I don't know why. Whatever. I do not care if you don't like me or any of the victims I address. Making videos about people you simply don't like or those you find cringe and making stupid reasons behind it to justify it for the sake of gaining attention makes you an honorable chadistic wannabe Power Ranger ripoff with no sense of humane reasoning. It's been a trend throughout the years. It's time to break the cycle because propaganda has been taken over for a very long time. You ever look out the window and see so many people, get into a lot of trouble? You hear gunfights and stuff. That's what you should be worried about. Not somebody, she's nothing like me. She doesn't talk like me. Why are you so worried about Goth Nebula and Sun93 not being how you want them? You didn't make them. Anywho, attack videos commonly contain propaganda. It's been to the point when I've seen parallels between people who attacked even my friends in the voice actor situation. Plus those, I'm talking about the Vic Mignogna and Monica Rial one where they kept pitting sides against one another. Not the voice actors, but rather the fans who were, causing a lot of trouble. There's some voice actors out there that actually were, but Vic Mignogna and Monica Rial themselves They wanted fans, to make peace. They didn't want them to fight. Even though some things got to both of the voice actors, they're genuine human beings who have had their flaws, their ups and downs. But seriously, and I read this again, it needs to stop. It's been to the point when I've seen parallels between people who attacked even my friends in a voice actor situation, plus those who attacked my friend Sonic93, plus those who use other people to attack my new and a friend, that's GothNebula right there, and those in the ongoing toxic political situation. Yes, what you idiots, you people on Wikitubia and Encyclopedia Dramatica. I'm not talking about everybody out there. I'm talking about the ones who abuse the role, who abuse the power out there. You are basically the equivalent to the people who abuse power in politics. You are. Aside from sharing many things in common, such as control and correction being an obsession, these situations are widely comprised of pretenders who lack major self control. Now, this could be anyone who lacks some type of self control. And they go and they use their emotions to attack people. That's what a lot of you did to Sonic93 and Goth Nebula and other people you victimized. This happened in the voice actor situation. Even kids were getting groomed in that situation. And I know from my experience, I didn't know what exactly was going on, who was causing what. I knew of the idea, but I didn't know the whole big picture because people were lying and they were weaponizing folks and they were using me and other people to try to fight their battles. But when they saw that I was a neutral bound person, they didn't like it, so they tried to attack me because the people they considered damaged goods or whatever, they didn't say it like that. They said it worse. Basically, they're beyond saving. That's what they said, something like that to me. They went overboard and took it out on me because they had an agenda. They wanted a punching bag. They wanted to make names for themselves. And that's what a lot of you did here. You didn't want people interrupting your copium session with attacking folks. You hurt them. Now, when it comes to self-control is what we tend to overestimate. Lack of self-control is what we tend to underestimate. Often, we may find ourselves thinking we've got everything under control when we don't. Often, we may think, what's the worst that could happen? When a lot of things don't involve us because of our over-reliance on optimism, ego, nostalgia, occupations, experiences, and selective common sense. And I say this again, anyone who is familiar with I think Bubsy the Bobcat, what could possibly go wrong? Regardless, what many of us fail to do is think outside the box and read each book separately instead of judging them all the same. Often we may think we're in control of ourselves when many times and through many of us, it tends to be the following: self-doubt, bias, ego, thirst, resentment, rage, fear of pessimism, over trusting optimism, trauma, programming, programming or brainwashing, favoritism, hate, etc. Now, I say this about Yoshi. Despite his hurtful negative actions, Yoshi 1 was treated like a shield and an expendable. Akai Jane, despite her own mistakes, was still treated the same as Yoshi 1. These two were weaponized against my friend Root, /Hot93, who was greatly slandered and demonized by many on the internet, including a pseudo-celebrity named Dumbsville. Dumbsville also slandered and demonized another female, my friend Annan, Goth Nebula, who also revealed she is a bully trauma victim like Sonic93. While not flawless or perfect angels, none of us are, all four of them were treated like expendables of entertainment, pleasure, and escapism, much like nearly every other victim on this planet. That includes me. I have made my mistakes. I'm not perfect. None of us are. I am not superior to anyone. But I am an abuse victim. A lot of people are. Those of you watching, you're probably abuse victims, other than Goth Nebula, anybody else seeing this. But the fact of the matter is, this hate cycle will never end if so many of us dare to ignore the cries of victims, all because, oh, I don't want anything to do with them. They need to just shut up and stop yapping like the cats in my backyard. That's not how it works. Oh, but that's not life. That's the ignorance of society. Anywho, here's Goth Nebula right here. I'll read this. I think I had this in my other video, but I'm going to go thorough. This is me talking. I say true. There's a lot I would have to mention, and for the best in the first part, I'm talking about, my first video that I did about her. I would say Root was doxxed, but not majorly. They did take something that was once publicly posted of her real life self, but she didn't post it all over the internet. They did. And the Wikitubia page influences people. They openly hunt her down, while one or more talked about the idea of folks finding her in Sweden. This happened. I have shown it in one or more of my videos. You may not be able to find it like 1, 2, 3 because it's a big ton of videos on the Sonic93 situation, not like all on her, but the people who attacked her, because there are so many people, literally many people who went after her, and I'll show you after this. Despite her international name Ruth being known, Ruth or Sonic93 didn't like people giving out her name and broadcasting it when they attacked her because she herself didn't post her name around. They did. The same way, this is Goth Nebula. The same way whoever used my real photo self on Encyclopedia Dramatica, Encyclopedia Dramatica, they came after me, but they still don't know what Root or me do in real life. That is true. You don't know how they are in real life, but you don't care. You want to make your own version, your own alternate universe of Goth Nebula and Sonic93, and then you want to pitch it towards people in public, and then, sugarcoat it with your lies, and people just, they love you for life because you're entertaining them. It's disgusting. They can't prove that. Not even records of everything, as in they can't prove how they behave in real life based on their narratives. But they lie. They go ahead and lie. And like she says, what they all do is cyberbullying. No matter how much they try to deny it, their actions speak louder than words. And when it comes to you folks who did this to Goth Nebula, to Sonic93, and anyone else, your actions follow you for the rest of your lives. That's one of the reasons why you're sinking and you're repeatedly doing this shit to people, because you don't want to get found out. You're trying to protect your title of bullshit, and it's not working for you. Especially the people who abuse the rules on Encyclopedia Dramatica and the Wikitubia. So here's the list right here. 14 unavailable videos are hidden. This is a list made by OBD96. I do not know OBD96 of being a troublemaker towards Sonic93. They have their own opinions, but at the same time, they've seen people take it too far when it comes to Sonic93, despite their own opinions. Their opinions of Root might have changed over the years, but when it comes to OBD, this is somebody who was actually bullied. If you have been keeping up, this is someone who's actually been bullied by the Sonic93 haters when they were reasoning with someone by the name of Bag of Douche, and they were wondering, like, okay, if she's guilty of these things, why didn't you call the police? Because Sonic93 was accused of grooming kids. She was accused of being abusive, of doxing, and they keep getting the narratives mixed up because when they lie and say she's a doxer, they also say that, oh, she had people doxing for her. Neither is true. They say she's a manipulator. She didn't do that either. So instead of proving it, people may, okay, the death of Sonic93, this is Dumbsville. Yeah, you count, man. Dan Stein thinks he knows something. Just a robot. Sign's response. The Dan Stein, Sonic93 hasn't learned anything. Wild pause. Just stop Sonic93. I know who this is. Do not bother him, please. He apologized to Sonic93, believe it or not. He did. And he also apologized to me. I will link the video. This is him again. The big 3 bots. A take on Sonic93. This is truly the last, well, yeah. You can see this for yourself. I don't have to read all of this. No offense. But just take a good look at how many Sonic93 videos there are. There are probably some that are neutral and supportive. I don't know, but a lot of them are against her. And it's like, what for? And look at the date, or rather the summed up year. 6 years ago, 5 years ago, and you may tell me, well, why are you talking about? Because look at the amount of videos. Look, and then there's MoonDisc right here. Tell me you saw Dumbsville, featuring Dumbsville. I should probably look at that if I haven't already. Why are there so many videos against Sonic93, if not all of them, but most of them? Why? Now, when was COVID? When did COVID strike? 5 to 6 years ago, right? Sonic93 was a copium medal to these jokers, to the ones who attacked her, that is. Why? Why on earth? Hey, Boom Cannon, how's it going? Addressing Melody's points on, Melody didn't have points, just shut up. Literally. I know Melody Sugar Plum was a minor at the time, but it doesn't give you the right to jump in and defend a minor who actually harassed people, on DeviantArt especially, and literally tried to harass Sonic93 if you haven't seen the video yet. This is ridiculous. When you lie and fabricate, you're also hurting Yoshiri1 and Melody Sugar Plum and anybody else you claim to protect from somebody you just want to use as a copium beating stick. All of this. That's just what? What's going on? Why? Defendant Danston, you're wrong about him. I don't know if that has to do with Sonic93 or not in the slightest, but you know, again, I'm not saying all the videos are attack videos on Sonic93. It's just a lot of them are. And then I see a Akai Dahlia up there. I don't know what that's about. A Christmas story rant and my 2 cents on Sonic93. Okay, I don't know. Box of Fox, the many lies of Box of Fox. I don't know if this is someone that was calling out Box of Fox, because Box also went after Sonic93, or rather helped Jar or whatever. So I don't know. Some people were, in fact, defending Sonic93. They were. But the amount of videos, plus the ones that are hidden, it says much, especially when it comes to the years. Like, this is 3 years ago, 2 years ago right here. My videos aren't even up here. I have a lot because so many people went after her. I say that again. So let's go back here. Now, when it comes to MoonDisc, MoonDisc was somebody who was helping, or to my knowledge at least, was going to help Sonic93 help call out people who wronged Goth Nebula, mainly Dumbsville, because Sonic93 knew Goth as a fellow victim. Well, to be a fellow victim, but I don't think she knew it personally. But yeah, excuse me. But to my knowledge, MoonDisc actually spoke to Goth Nebula, and this is confirmed by Goth herself. But Goth didn't know that MoonDisc blew her away, blew her to the side, basically. He blew her off to help Sonic93. And I say this now, it's because if you look at my videos, well, I'm calling out MoonDisc, he was obsessed with Sonic93. He had a thing for her. He was being inappropriate, and he blew off a victim, a fellow victim, to help Sonic93 his own way. And I'm not going to get all the way into further detail with this, but I am pissed about that. You do not take advantage of a victim and go, oh, you know what, I'm busy. And then you never update them and say, hey, yeah, I can't do it. This is one of the reasons why I'm doing this. Because I don't like it when people blow off victims and think, oh, you could just put them in a refrigerator and they'll just, freeze over time. And then you can take them out of the refrigerator and then everything's back to normal. And you can help them. No, that's not how it works with anyone. Not victims, not anyone. So instead of actually doing an update of any sort, MoonDisc, within this year, posted this
this quote-unquote April Fool's joke video. I'm going to link that too. And it confused me because it's like, who is he talking about? Is he talking about me? This is not going to hurt me. He's hurting himself. But to do this little fake jab right here out of spite, instead of doing an update on, with the Sonic93 situation or just leaving it alone entirely, you drag her name back in. And then, too, you don't even mention anything about Goth Nebula. You don't even apologize to her. This is my thing. People have lives. Victims have lives, especially, because victims are people. Now, when it comes to Sonic93, if I hadn't said in my previous video, Root, I thank you for bringing it to my attention with what Goth Nebula went through. This is Dumbsville right here. I censored Dumbsville's face. Some of you might tell me you didn't have to do that. Others will probably say, oh, if he did that, shut up. I did it because I don't want Dumbsville getting attacked either. I don't want anyone getting hurt over this. Even though Dumbsville is not innocent. I am a middle grounder. Now, when it comes to our conversation on Discord, this is me, because I posted this stuff because she showed me the video. At least I remember. I'm sorry for the delay, I say. I know I have been feeling burnt out and sick from even vibing over the bullshit they did to you, but still I know you wanted to show me the Goth Nebula video. I feel bad. And then we started talking in audio. I don't have the audio here because I don't want anybody trying to snatch anything and try to use it against her and then try to make AI voices out of us and then slander us. No. What you see is what you get. And as corny as this may sound, you can just laugh about it. You don't have to make a video about me doing all this. You can just laugh about it. Now, when it comes to this right here, this is Root talking to me. Again, we had a call. Like, talk about your whole interview consisting of nothing but a bunch of hearsays and not once provided any proof of your claims. She's talking about MoonDisc. Claiming that I want to kill Blaze in her sleep is going too far over a fictional character, yet sees no big deal with the KKK call, suicide, and depression jokes from the Dumbsville videos on Goth Nebula and enabled all of them as dark humor. So why can't that be applied with my jokes on Blaze, as everyone takes it as something literal and seriously? In a conclusion, while it was never my initial intent to make all three interviews. This is what she's saying about MoonDisc. But to me, knowledge is power, and I knew that I would have use for it later on in the future. My overall thoughts about it: unexpected, annoying, but useful nonetheless. This is MoonDisc's response to the whole interview question. Sounds like, this is me right here again. Sounds like he agrees with us. Funny way of putting it. If I'm off, correct me, please. She says, I think it's more of him getting something out of it, which I can understand, but that is not what he sounded like in the video. I know this is cut out too, and I might come back and show the rest of the conversation, but the thing is, I was not very, I didn't really suspect things about MoonDisc until Sonic93 started complaining to me about his behavior and stuff. I actually thought MoonDisc was a great person, at least when I first heard of him and stuff. I was trusting him too much. But I have this right here because before I start the videos about Goth Nebula, I want to say this. Anybody who makes these kinds of websites or allows these kinds of pages, you know that people are in danger when they're being slandered, especially. And you know this also endangers your staff. It really does. I have disproven this many times. This, and this is how it used to be. They changed this because this is a cover-up. Someone is trying to do a cover-up constantly so that way they don't get found out for lying on the Wikitubia about Sonic93 and then about Amy-chan, about Yoshili 1 and Angel. This is stupid. Because, wait, hold on. You may ask me, why am I doing this? Why am I constantly making these videos? I don't constantly make these videos, but it's like, why do you care? It's over. No, it's not. Because these people are suffering. Oh, but they can get through it. It's not your bad. Listen, you know how many things weren't initially our battle when it comes to people who fight in wars and stuff to defend your country, to defend other countries? You have a whole lot to answer to, Dumbsville. Anybody who dares says that to me. Goth Nebula is a human being, just like all of us. Root is a human being. Akai Jane, Yosui 1. Dumbsville, yes. MoonDisc, yes. Everybody is a human being. But when you don't use common ground, and when you try to ruin someone's life, I'm going to come back to this, later in the video. When you do all this stuff, god dang, why does it do that? You are hurting. Dick. Blooper, number 1, maybe. You are hurting people. You need to take responsibility for it. Pain doesn't just go away like 1, 2, 3. I'm not talking about a splinter or a little burn or a little bite, mosquito bite or whatever. I'm talking about emotional pain, trauma. It doesn't just go like 1, 2, 3. And, when it comes to this meme that I put together with my 2 favorite Guilty Gear characters, yeah. People who want to move on but struggle and need closure do not equal those refusing to move on until they get what they want by silencing and telling you to move on from your own conflict for their own benefit. Lying and making others move on with strings attached equals gatekeeping. It prevents emotional and mental growth. In other words, you target those you love in order to move forward. But you want them to move forward when you won't let go? I don't get it. Hey, freedom of speech, fam. No rules, no worries. Okay then. Your mama is a llama. Ding dong. What did you say? Yeah! I know I was corny or lame, but still. My point is that you cannot just dictate someone to move on while you eat popcorn and keep blasting at them. It's stupid. It's disgusting. You're like a freaking, I guess, slave owner? Because that's how you treat them. You treat your online victims as clout slaves for your entertainment. They're like your slaves. And you don't want to leave them alone, but you want them to shut up and abide by your rules. Goth Nebula and Sonic93 are basically, seen as slaves to Dumbsville and others who don't want to let go, but keep beating on them nonetheless. How is that okay? So we come here when it comes to the video and stuff. I'm gonna go back here. This is it right here. Dumbsville Archive Omnibus. This is what Goth is saying. Yes, the ones where I was harassed by a demented person and the apology of no longer bashing Sally Acorn. I remember Dumbsville did see my apology journal, but I guess he couldn't resist his desire of his fans wanting more from him. I remember someone did tell him on his rant video of me. He sounds somewhat convinced, but I guess maybe it didn't mean anything to him at how hard I was trying to change. A year is never enough to make a person improve. It takes years and time. I wish I did capture that screenshot, but I can't since the rant videos of me is gone or Dumbsville is hiding his video in private. Wait, I think someone saved it. It's an extremely long one. Yeah, this right here. And what the hell? They complained about Sonic having green eyes and not having black anymore. I mean, I sympathize with both people who like the green eye and black eye versions of him, but really, this right here where he looks like he's high on something, seeing this, she tells me to scroll to a certain part of the video, and she says, seeing this really sends me traumatic memories I so want to forget. This is the key words right here. Traumatic memories. You may beg to differ and say, she doesn't have traumatic memories. How do you know? Then you might ask me, how do you know she has traumatic memories? I can hear it, literally, in her voice. When I listen to one or more of her videos on another site, she's starting to live her life. I can hear it. I've felt it in regards to what she typed. She wouldn't keep trying to get through this. She wouldn't be, trying to like endure and move forward and struggle if it wasn't a thing. She's been struggling at times, but she's also been making the best of things. You don't know what Goth Nebula is going through because you don't want to know. If you're someone who begs the difference and says, "Oh, she's not going through anything," and I read this in my past video, my previous one. So you can just look at this. This is some type of quote unquote meme I put together, thanks to Marvel and the cinematic universe, or rather Sony. I forget which version of Juggernaut this is. But it looks like Ryan Reynolds, if I remember correctly. Anywho, moving along. She has said more, such as, okay, I was young and stupid back then. All of us are always going to do stupid things, while others are very judgmental. But I never bully anyone online. I said Dumbsville did that to you. The hell. In that video clip. And we're referring to this one right here. I'm angry. Yes, I am. Very. She says, "Yup, I can only remember something about saying one of my Sunami fanfics is boring to him, but he got nothing to prove how boring it is. Especially how in the past I learned that bees pollinate fruits and stuff, and he used a meme of the bee character from the kids' movies Bees. First rant happened in 2017, second rant was in 2018, and the third rant was in 2020, which was the worst year worst year along with the pandemic." She then says, well, this is different conversation right here. "That's exactly how I felt on the third rant. I was so angry and disgusted that I thought I could trust him, but instead he played me like a fool. Never had much trust in me to see I was changing slowly, but haters were interfering it. All his videos did not think humane about it. No, they just get easily influenced in his rants instead of thinking on how others feel. Although, to refresh my memory, what did his rant say about me? I can only remember a few, but it still traumatizes me. I end up saying this. Ah, crap, I didn't watch the whole thing yet. The reason why I said that was because I was disturbed by that video, by how much she was forced to endure, by how much that Dumbsville, how much damage he's done to people, including to Root and Goth Nebula. And I didn't watch it yet because I was thinking, hey, I need a way to do this video. Because it's too much to talk about, to have in one video, to not acknowledge. So she says, okay. And I said, sorry, I didn't realize you were asking me. I kind of shut down from being triggered by him. Goth Nebula says to me, I couldn't bear to watch it because it gives me panic attacks. But I still do want to know what else he said about me. That person that saved his video and posted it, not very smart. She's referring to Chazalicious. And I say, they're a Dumbsville simp. She says maybe, but there's two rants. There's two rant videos from two people talking about me 4 years ago. I never watched it because it still gives me anxiety attacks. Another key thing, right? All of it's important what she says, by the way. It's just that she has trauma. She's been given anxiety attacks. And it's like, you people you don't count this as abuse? You don't count this as abuse. What you did to Goth Nebula especially. Now, Chazalicious, I don't know you. And when it comes to Ilya Art Block, I can already tell that you're some kind of simp of some sort. Because you're like, have Goth learned... Okay, I'm going to be a quote-unquote jerk to you and say it's has Goth, not have. Since you're one of those people that try to correct folks, I'm going to do it to you. Has Goth learned with an ED anything from last time? We'll just see. Now, I'm not a grammar NAZI, but since you people don't even follow your rules as such, I may as well make an example out of you and poke fun at you. Anywho, this type of grammar does not bother me, but when you don't follow your own logic, it's hilarious. And you are a Goth Nebula hater. So yeah. when it comes to Kirito 2, you I don't know if you oh my freaking god. Goth Nebula, you need serious help. Listen, do not take this seriously. I'm making this video just to help instead of claiming that I was harassing people. I wasn't trying to harm or mean spirit, and I hope this video proves more like Dumbsville's. What? More like Dumbsville's? You know who Dumbsville was, right? So please don't you ever, and I mean ever, harass anyone. So please and thank you. Stay eternal. What? So either Kirito, either you were unaware of the whole situation, or you were doing this to simp Dumbsville, and you didn't care, and you wanted to act nice because you were afraid you would get found out for your bullshit. I don't know. I will have to watch this video because I know people were weaponized. Now, before I even begin, I responded with, what? What the hell? Why the hell did they do this to you? Damn it. And yes, I'm angry. Again, you can make fun of me, but don't sit there and make a video to call me out just to make fun of me and have your whole audience laughing. Because the reason why you would do it is because you want the whole world to kiss your ass. Don't do it, people. You don't need to make a call-out video to, to fuel your copium. She said, I have no idea. Dumbsville's rant videos are badly influencing everyone to believe a lie, without even bothering to check their facts first. I said, I'm going to watch them blindly and react as I go in the videos. That way people can see in real time just how fucked up those videos are. And she said, and when you do, tell me what their videos were talking about. I told Goth Nebula, I promise. And I do. Because if you claim to watch the videos on Sonic93 and Goth Nebula or anybody that's being slandered and you beg to differ, you say they weren't slandered and they really were, and there's evidence supporting that they were, what is the point of you hiding your quote-unquote evidence? What is the point of running to people and saying, oh, make more videos on them? If you claim to know that they're guilty, if they're guilty, you do something about it. You don't make video after video after video to taunt them and get other people to jump in. You sit there and make a video, however necessary, not too many. You go to the person and say, hey, I want to help you. Please, I just want to talk. And you tell people, lay off. Stop making so many videos. This is enough. You're harassing them. You draw the line so people don't cross it. But no, so many people cross the line in the Goth Nebula and Sonic93 situations. And why? So here we are. You folks who love to call her a, however many insults you come out with. Let's say this is Goth Nebula. Let's say this is Dumbsville. Let's say this is some would-be bystander who jumps in and doesn't even know what's going on. That's basically the three types of people in these kinds of situations. The victim right here, the pursuer who doesn't want to face reality, so they gaslight, and someone who has no idea what happened, but they want to reinterpret it in their own freaking way. By the way, these characters are from Class of 09. It's pretty controversial, but there's some things about it I do like. Not everything, but yeah.
Look, I may be a beach, but that doesn't mean you get to be a bigger beach just to stab me in the back over something you dragged me into. Also your mom, so no, shut up.
What? What about my mom? Yeah, shut up, Kyler. And this is what I've said. I probably put this in a video in the past before, but I was so inspired that I put my own monologue in the style of Nicole. Probably not all of that, but whatever. Here we go. Okay, let's be real. Drama in general is like this immortal parasitic neighbor of yours or bossy Tamagotchi like Digital Pet, someone dropped into your dumpster on Christmas Day. No matter where you go, drama could very well damn follow you like the chaotic little beach it is. But do you ever wonder how to end the whole shit show without feeding it what it wants? I mean, drama doesn't feed itself. Generally speaking, we're the participants, kind of like those folks in Squid Game, right? Yes, I'm a fan of it. Whatever. My point is, you've got to be willing to diffuse what you don't like instead of embracing it. You can't claim to hate something and purposely fuel it to get what you want. That's like a form of hypocrisy at best. I guess what I'm trying to say is we're all trying to find a way out of some shitty ass prison, whether we ask to be there or not. And sometimes we make really fucked up decisions that either keep us there or get some poor loser stuck in our place. You know, like in Goth Nebula and Sonic93 situation. And the big kicker is we all got common goals, but almost everybody's looking for different results. Hell, some results lead to betrayal, negligence, war, temper tantrums, tragedies, and much more drama. So how the fuck do you even deal with that shit? Well, you can try breaking the cycle, you know? In the loop, sometimes you gotta make sacrifices. And sometimes we gotta give up what we want to get what we need, even if it's for someone else, as long as it's for a good cause. In my case, I chose to help Goth Nebula too. She convinced me as well. Same with Sonic93, when I talked to her thanks to Bugsy in the past. Because they're victims. I wanted to know what was going on. Yes, I have my own life. Yes, I have my own emotions. But the thing about Goth Nebula and Sonic93 is that they were not dictators. They aren't dictators. And you folks act like they're the worst people in the world, and you don't do a damn thing to actually protect the world, but you ruin it by distracting us with lies, your lies. So why? So I am going to watch this right here, right now. I'm going to read the whole description. Oh, come on, go down. So, Chazalicious, I don't know if you're Team Dumbsville or not, if you're a side picker or you're just someone who just uploaded this to show what exists. August 1st, 2023, 2 years ago, so to speak. Well, less than 2 years ago. I can't figure out how the stupid chapters work. And Goth Nebula, you told me to go from this point to this point. Oh god, I'm gonna have to make more videos. So I'm gonna do this video, and I'm gonna go to the next ones in my next videos. Anywho, let's do it, people.
Rapper that ever spit on an open mic. Worst rapper that ever.
228. Jeez, god dang. 228. Now, what was it again? Here we go.
Me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today. You can take me to Moisty Mire, but not Loot Lake. I really love to jug with you. We can be pro Fortnite gamers.
So it was you and I, two fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA.
You used her Dumbsville, or whoever, to use Goth Nebula's character, her fan character. Okay.
But they weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed to create you. I got all of the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born.
War has changed.
What the hell is even the context of that? I guess I'm going to find out.
It's no longer about nations, ideologies, or ethnicity.
Are you fucking using Solid Snake or David Hayter's voice? Come on, man. Dude! And this is creepy. You have her artwork up here. I'm not talking about Chazalicious. I'm talking about Dumbsville, or whoever made the video, with Dumbsville being the... Yours truly... I don't know. What? Oh my god.
It's an endless series of proxy battles, fought by mercenaries and machines.
Yeah, nigga.
You had to add the N-I-G-G-A. Okay, Dumbsville. You're a racist piece of... Yeah, you are. It's not funny. I get it. People use it, but it doesn't mean it's okay for you to use it. I'm not saying because you happen to be a different ethnic background. It's because you spam it. That's why. Come on. And it's kind of like that Gringo thing in your name. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, Look it up. You will know the origin of it. Before you say it's not racist, it depends. The origin of it would suggest otherwise. So yeah, it would support that. I mean, warning, this video is made for the purpose of critique and to an extent satire. Okay, I have a problem with this. Dumbsville, you are satire incarnate. This video is not meant to bully, hurt, or defame anyone. Please do not go out of your way to witch hunt anyone in the video, unless you want to be a horrible human being. So let's take a good look at this.
Rapper to ever spit on an open mic. Worst rapper to ever get on so many likes.
Okay. You've all been waiting and waiting for this moment, haven't you? The moment when I make a video on the Goth Nebula. It's been in the works for a long time now, hasn't it? A very long time. I just want to say, sorry for taking so long. I've been really busy. There's been a lot of personal stuff going on, and it's been really crazy and insane. But thanks for sticking with me, guys. It's nothing bad has been happening, just a lot of insane, big stuff, you know? And I really appreciate you guys really helping me through a lot of what I've been going through. Especially through the Nazi Sonami phase. Like, seriously, the amount of support I got for that was astounding, and I can't believe that people would do that for me. I can't thank you guys enough. I seriously thank you guys. You're gonna make old Papa Dumbsville cry. So now that all that is out of the way, Goth Nebula. Okay, before I truly get into Goth Nebula, I feel like I need to address a couple things first. Firstly, I do sarcastically say a lot of the times that I hate Sonami, but mainly it's satirical. In reality, I don't actually care. Well then, Dumbsville, if you don't care, then why make videos at all? Because Sonami fans care way too much, to the point where it's almost a religion. They hate on fictional chipmunks, they bother and harass the writers. There's an entire dedicated Sonami week.
Dude, are you constipated? Are you gonna get to the real point as to why you're making the video? Well, I mean, it's been made, but are you gonna talk about Goth Nebula? You're over dramatic with these special effects. Can you just literally get to the point?
I'm not saying that there aren't cringy Sonali fans, because there are. I just haven't found one worthy of speaking about yet. But when I do, I'm gonna be all over that. But
Dumbsville, you are so unholy. Get to the fucking point. You're not God. You were never Lego Jesus. You are a puny God at most, because you are literally an antichrist with what you're doing right here. Get to the fucking point. I know this is a video, but this is my reaction to so many people who make these call-out videos that were not worth it. They were not worth it. Not worth making when you got so many folks who experienced shit elsewhere that you could have helped. God dang, you're pathetic.
now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The moment when I roast Goth Nebula's hater.
You said when you roast Goth Nebula's hair, I thought it was a constructive criticism video. I didn't really think that. I knew you were bullshitting. It's just that you contradicted yourself. You were lying to begin with, so yeah, motherfucker. 231. Let's do this again. I'll play it again. You will hear him say it.
I'm gonna be all over that. But now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The moment when I roast Goth Nebula's hater.
When you roast Goth Nebula's hair. Let that sink in. Thanks, Elon. Even though I am not an Elon Musk supporter, yeah.
Didn't expect that one, did you? Now don't worry, I haven't converted to Sonami-ism. This is all part of my master plan. Don't you worry. So, some fanfiction.net user named FreedomFighters123 made a Goth Nebula diss. And I'm gonna be honest here.
Wait a minute. Freedom Fighter 23140 and come on 240. What is up? Wait, You know what? Start right here.
Part of my master plan, don't you worry. So, some fanfiction.net user named Freedom Fighter.
So, you didn't bother reading this out loud, I guess, because you probably didn't feel the need to, but the thing is, some of this is cut off. You say Freedom Fighter did a diss on Goth Nebula, right here, and Freedom Fighter says, "Yo guys, it's me, Freedom Fighter 123." That's such a fucking simplified, ridiculous name for you. And today, something, diss down in the review section. Why didn't you show the rest of this? It's cut off, literally. You may say something like that to me. Oh, why didn't you show your full conversation with Goth Nebula? Do you really want to see the whole thing and get all personal and then blame me for, oh my god, my eyes are red, but it's a freaking Musket adversary, get all personal? And that's not what happened, but you would see it like that because you want something to actually talk about and lie about. So I'm saving you the trouble, of bullshitting yourselves. Because when you cut this off, you're telling me Freedom Fighter said something probably more inappropriate than already we can see. Dumbsville.
Fighters 123 made a Goth Nebula diss. And I'm gonna be honest here. It's not very good. I know, that's a huge shock. But it's honestly true. It's really not very good. So I'm gonna...
Are you talking about the diss?
Real quickly read it. I'm gonna bring it up here. Here it is. Hey Nebula, did you think I would forget? There should be a question mark there. Let's start a battle between you and me. So I want to start off by saying you're the most overrated fanfiction writer I have ever seen. You get so many reviews from people, but they are all just fluff. It's not really the right word. Fluff? It's not the right word. More like yes men. You think you are a great writer. What?
It sounds like that freaking Zero Wing parody, All Your Beasts Are Belong to Us. You think you're a great writer, Goth Nebula? Haha, yeah. So Dumbsville's actually critiquing this person right here. So I guess I respect that. Let's see.
What's the grammar on that? You think you are a great writer, but sorry to break the news, but there are better writers than you. Looking at a prime example, I do many things you do. Oh!
I do many things you do. Strange, isn't it?
I don't have anything else to do, but from what I'm understanding, Dumbsville, you're actually critiquing this motherfucker. And you're not really supporting him. It's just like, I'm looking. But I do respect that because whatever they're saying or he's saying, yeah, you're right. Their roast on her is really crappy, and it's heartless. It's hollow. A lot of you who went at the Goth Nebula, you had hollow responses. Some of you were just basic tryhards trying to ruin her life and say, oh, well, there's a reason for it, and I'm just trying to show you that we're your mentors. And it's like, y'all, it's like American Idol. You try to audition for trying to ruin someone's life, and you try to come up with the best one-liner. That's what it all is with you haters out there.
Oh, Freedom Fighters 123. Why? You're jacking yourself off now. Don't jack yourself off. Then you have your OC, which I say is garbage because she is such a pacifist, yet she dates Shadow.
She's not allowed to date Shadow. And I say she's garbage because she's a pacifist. She's such a pacifist, but she dates a bad boy hedgehog, and that's not allowed. We can't have that. No. You haters make me fucking sick.
It's more than that. It's a lot more than that. I'll go into a lot of these details later, but like, you glossed over that she's a blatant Mary Sue.
Wow, Dumbsville. Let's see why.
Now with me, I have a stellar OC. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Let it out of your system and get to the fucking point.
I'm sorry, stellar OC. Those should not be in the same sentence. So that's kind of the abridged version of the diss. If you want the full version, you can look it up on the internet. Actually, no, you can't find it anymore. It's deleted now. Oh my goodness, this is really bad timing. But anyways, GothNebula found this diss, and she—
Wait, what did it say? 233.28. God dang it. 233. Shit. Why do you haters do this? Yes, you Dumbsville as well. 233.28. I can't. 230. Come on, YouTube. Alright.
The abridged version of the diss. If you want the full version, you can look it up on the internet. Actually, no, you can't find it anymore. It's deleted now. Oh my goodness, this is really bad timing. But anyways,
sorry.
Goth—
right here. Okay, so I guess it wasn't really inappropriate, this stuff right here that was cut off before. But yeah, Freedom Fighter 123 says, "Yo guys, it's me, Freedom Fighter 123, and today I have a few things to say about Nebula the Hedgehog. So I hope you guys enjoy and tell me what you guys think about this down in the review section." It's like, why do you want people's attention over a diss, a personal diss you're making that is literally not appropriate towards someone? Well, what's the point? So you want attention, and you want to grab all that negative attention and let people attack her, huh? You may not have said it, but it's right in your genes to just let it happen. So you say, okay, this is what I'm going to read this out loud anyway. "Hey Nebula, did you think I would forget? Let's start a battle between me and you. So I want to start off by saying you're the most overrated fanfiction writer I have ever seen. You get so many reviews from people, but they're all just fluff. You think you're a great writer. Sorry to break the news, but there are better writers than you. Looking at a prime example, I do many things you don't do, such as collaboration and new ideas. The closest thing I saw to a different idea in your stories was the Hedgehog Heroes, but even that was decent." Wait, what? The closest thing I saw to a different idea? Oh, never mind. I thought he was complimenting her. You idiot. "You write about only two things, Sonamis and your OC. Your Sonamis are so boring that I can things of. Oh my god. I think Dumbsville already beat me to critiquing you on that, man. Your Sonamis are so boring that I can think of things of others. Oh my god, your grammar. You can think of others that are more style and floating you than you have your OC, which I say is garbage because she is such a pacifist, but yet she dates Shadow. Well, with me, I have a stellar OC. We Starboys didn't ask for another hedgehog." What? You Starboys didn't ask for another hedgehog? You're saying, GothNebula, why you make another hedgehog when we didn't ask for? Okay, she probably never even knew you existed. So you're dictating, huh? And guess what? I didn't need 3 accounts to get noticed. Nebula, people have multiple accounts for different reasons, for bad reasons and good reasons. In their case, good reasons. People have different occupations. People on YouTube have different accounts, for content reasons and stuff. What is your point? Nebula, I also saw you. What? Okay, I am not a grammar NAZI, but when it comes to your logic and your shitty grammar, you're going against your own logic. Nebula, I also saw your art and I thought it was meh, but there are better, oh my god. I saw your logo and I thought, damn, why is she copying SPD64? I've heard of that name, but I don't see, oh my god. Also, let me teach you a word. Collaboration. You had the guys to reject my two. What? What are you talking about? You had the guys to reject my 2 requests, so maybe that is why I haven't heard of you making an appearance of another story. This is not the beginning of a star, but the end of one. Are you talking about her? Let me use Dr. Claw's voice and stop using my terrible muscle man voice. This is not the beginning of a star, but the end of one, Nebula. I'll get you next time. Whatever. Anywho, this is Goth Nebula responding. Oh God, not this again. Did I quit being a Sonami right? Oh man. No. So this is part of when it happened. Does my Sonami stories bore you guys? I don't know how many times I say this, but I don't do popularity to make everyone jealous. It's never my style. No matter how many times I reason with others, it never works. But I guess you people are so happy with how you made her feel. And other people you do this to, including you, freedom fighter. You're probably so damn happy. Yep, I'm happy. Hey, Goth Nebula, you want to know who else's name is Nebula? Ma? Yeah, no.
Nebula found this diss, and she took to DeviantArt to talk about it a little bit.
Oh God, not this again.
What the hell? Okay, so you were gonna read it, but you're mocking her. You're literally mocking her.
Should I quit being a Sonami writer? Does my Sonami stories bore you guys?
Well, it wouldn't hurt to use proper grammar now, would it?
I don't know how many
Dumbsville. You ever show off your writing? I make grammar mistakes sometimes. Okay, so anybody who is with me on this, Dumbsville being the next president of the United States and makes it so that grammar and spelling, they are mandatory to be perfect. Sheer perfection, right? Yeah? Yeah? No! It's part of being human. Imperfections are not a sin.
times I say this, but I don't do popularity to make everyone jealous. It's never my style.
Didn't you just...
No matter how many times I reason with others, it never works.
You did this. You did this, huh? Dumbsville? You did this. You literally went here. You put depression, so you're making fun of people who are depressed. You confirm that you're making fun of people who end up being depressed. Dumbsville, where you at now? Where are you, huh? Are you online talking to Goth Nebula and saying, hey, water on the bridge, I was just trying to help you? No, you're hiding and sitting there acting like nothing happened and probably making more videos to shake off all the crap you did. Who the fuck are you, man?
Aw, poor little baby. I got your baby bottle right here. Who's a good little baby?
Dumbsville, you shouldn't be talking, because when it comes to Sonic93 and Goth Nebula, you're pretty much the bat mite that wanted to get in both of their pants. Yeah, I'm saying that. Because you get so damn obsessed with women, and you want to degrade them, because you are a fucking sexist. I noticed that you go after anybody, any type of guy you'd be jealous of, and you go after women you're jealous of, and you try to degrade them when they don't give you what you want out of them.
Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Oh, he's a good baby.
Can we please get on with, okay, 234. See, dude, you keep showing things like now you see me, now you don't, like other haters have done to Sonic93 and Goth Nebula. And it's like, why? Okay. No, right here.
Oh, poor little baby. I got your baby bottle right here. Who's a good little baby?
Peekaboo.
Why? Why you do that, man?
Peekaboo.
Why did you do that? Why are you mocking? Is that hers? Is that her fan work? I can't. Dude, why'd you do that? What is your... Dumbsville, you're a fucking Okay, let's just go.
Peekaboo. Oh, who's a good baby? Who's a good little baby Goth Nebula? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And my
God, you're a fucking creepy man-child. You are so damn fucking creepy. Anybody who supported this shit, I pity you. So this is your Lego Jesus? Your puny Lego god of a fake Jesus.
my pain and misery. Now, instead of Goth Nebula, say, trying to improve herself, instead, she takes all her criticism and puts them out on the internet and just goes, these guys are criticizing me. Can you guys please cyberbully them?
Wait, what? Let's see what evidence do you have?
Either that, or most of the time, she'll just flat out ignore them. Who needs to take criticism when you can just throw it away? I mean, what are you, a good writer? Well, I mean, it's Goth Nebula, come on guys. But, come on, I'm sure Freedom Fighters 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, is just being facetious. Let's actually read some of Goth Nebula's fanfiction.
You went back to talking about Freedom Fighter. What about you? What about what you just said? Where's the evidence that she harassed people, huh? Where's the fucking evidence, Dumbsville?
And see if it's really that bad. Now, of course, I could just go on her fanfiction.net account and just read her fanfiction, but do you know how hard I worked on the Goth Nebula diss part of this video? I don't want to do that for like 8 to 24 chapters.
Then why don't you show the evidence of her quote-unquote harassing people? What's more important? Nitpicking how she writes, or showing how she quote-unquote defamed or quote-unquote harass people, or whatever you was just saying. Pick your poison, man.
Oh man, what a shame. I can't read her fan fictions.
Are you that constipated? Dude, you and Ghost EXE and everybody else who harassed Sonic93, you have all this shit in common. That you just make it all about yourselves.
What will I ever do? What?
Take a shit and move on.
Can I do? Wait, that's it! Her YouTube channel! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Goth Nebula does have a YouTube channel. And it's exactly what you think it is. No better, no worse, just exactly what you think it is. A majority of her videos are Sonami fanfictions, and almost all of them, if not all of them, are literally just direct copies of, like, her actual fanfiction she wrote. Talk about an adaptation. Better watch out, Peter Jackson, cause I think Goth Nebula might just top Lord of the Rings. Hunger Games? More like Hunger Lames, because Goth Nebula is making Hunger Games lame, and my
You suck at roasting people. Just move on to the next thing, man.
Meaningless existence. Let's just watch a couple of her videos and just see how good they are. Our first video is called Sonami, Beautiful Pink Rose, Part 1. I personally expect nothing but quality from this. I am super stoked.
Okay, what? You have what? What? Okay, what did you say? What? You're super I can't remember what you said. You said what now? 236. You threw me off, man. 236. Let's do this again. Sorry, folks.
Hunger Games lame. End my meaningless existence. Let's just watch a couple of her videos.
Your meaningless existence. You may sound like you're being sarcastic, but Dumbsville, I know you did this because you're self-absorbed. You wanted attention for people to love you. So you took your depression out on other people. You did, because I've heard your voice before in the way you spoke, and I can hear that shake in your voice, like you're trying to win something. You have that little resilience, but you're like, oh, I must go on and roast this person, because, it's not personal, You people make me sick. Dumbsville, something was going on. Why even do this? Then you make more and more depressed people after you.
Videos and just see how good they are. Our first video is called Sonami, Beautiful Pink Rose, Part 1. I personally expect nothing but quality from this. I am super stoked.
Okay.
Already, just dead silence. Just nothing. No jingle, no nothing. Just.
I mean, did you watch the whole video? Did you have your mouse on the play button to show that her video had no sound? Even if people have different videos. People are allowed to be different. They're allowed to be similar. What is your point? Even if she had no sound, what is your point?
Complete, utter silence.
There was a couple of a red and a white hedgehog that got a beautiful baby girl with pink fur and green eyes. She was named Amy.
Yes! Yes! How did Goth Nebula know that what I wanted for my Sonic the Hedgehog fanfiction video was reading? How did she know? Well,
are you being sarcastic? Because when you say it like that, the way you said it about Sonic93 before, you act like a more twisted version of Batmite. Oh my god.
I guess it's time to get a reading. And if you remember my Dumbsville roots, you remember that I am a fantastic Sonic the Hedgehog voice actor. Take a chill pill, my
Nigger!
You have got to be shitting me. You and your obsession with the N-word. Motherfucker. Goth Nebula and Sonic93 and everybody else you've done this to, they deserve better. But this was never about them. No, it was about you, Dumbsville. Not even about your fans, not even about your audience. It was all about Mr. Mojoland, Dumbsville X-Men reference, or rather Batmite, or you could be 2 in 1. And your obsession with the N-word. Wow. Let's go back. 236.
Well, I guess it's time to get a reading. And if you remember my Dumbsville roots, you remember that I am a fantastic Sonic the Hedgehog voice actor. Take a chill pill, my
Nigger!
Why? So since you're a fantastic, maybe sarcastically speaking, Sonic the Hedgehog voice actor, allow me to give you my impressions. Yes! Yeah! All right! I'm out of here. Yeah, Sonic CD reference, but different voice.
Was a couple of a red and a white hedgehog that got a beautiful baby.
Okay. Let me just fix that there.
There was a couple of a red and a white hedgehog that got a...
Can you freaking... Jeez, no! Oh my god, Dumbsville. You love to take up time, and that's no good. Oh! Jeez! There was a couple of red... Okay, what is your point with playing this part? Constantly.
Beautiful baby girl with pink fur and green eyes. She was named Amy.
There was a... Wait, what? Wait, no, let's go back. Let's fucking go back. Let's see if you did it right. Alright. There was a red and a white hedgehog who gave birth to a beautiful baby girl with pink fur and green eyes. She was named Amy, period. You know, even though I get it, because they're both hedgehogs, you should say there was one hedgehog who was, oh my god, bear with me. There was a red hedgehog and a white one who gave birth to a beautiful... You know what? Never mind. It doesn't even sound right. Because I can't see it. I'm not saying this to Goth Nebula. I'm just trying to make a point to Dumbsville that even when it comes to you trying to fix someone else's work, why don't you worry about yourself and fix your own work, man?
She was their treasure, but something was special with her. She had the power to control floral life from flowers to roses. Because of this, she got the nickname Rose. She has tried to live with the power within, and despite this, she had a tough life with friends and bullies.
So I'm seeing this. Grammar is going to have mistakes everywhere. People are going to make mistakes for grammar anywhere, anytime. It's a harmless mistake. We are flawed human beings. You're flawed, Dumbsville. But when it comes to what I'm reading, it looks like she typed this out very well with a few mistakes. What's the point of you attacking her? There's no point of attacking anybody, really. I mean, you're being a piece of shit when you do it, but okay, her grammar is not shit. She just has a few mistakes. Like me. Anybody else? And like you, Dumbsville. Jeez. Oh, where's my... Have you seen Dumbsville's writing? I have.
Okay, it's time we have the... Do some pollination
Can you stop? Whatever.
so they'll need pollen from flowers. The pink hedgehog took a deep breath and puts her hands out to manipulate flowers. Guys, it's a JPEG of flowers.
It's a JPEG of flowers.
The flowers opened by her powers and a swarm of bees come flying to the...
What was that? Fucking hell, man. 238.15. 238. It feels like freaking I feel like I forgot the name of that guy. And don't make a video try to correct me. Just laugh if you gotta. The guy who chased after Pink Panther. Dumbsville is apparently Pink Panther. I'm the guy who kept chasing after him. I'm trying to just freaking stop the video.
The pink hedgehog took a deep breath and puts her hands out to manipulate flowers.
Everything I see.
Guys, it's a JPEG of flowers.
Hold on. Hold on.
It's a JPEG of
Shut up.
flowers.
The flowers opened by a powers and a
I'm doing this. Oh, that's what you showed. That's real nice.
Come flying to the flowers.
You like jazz? You like jazz? You like jazz? You like jazz?
You know that's fucking disgusting what you're doing, man.
One by one, they take the pollens from the flowers to get it to their nest and their queen. Don't forget to pollinate too. Okay, Rick? Amy, shut you the...
Shit! Dumbsville!
Understand her and did their jobs to pollinate. Everything goes to a wilted sunflower, and then with a touch it became alive again. Sometimes I feel like I'm the goddess of flowers or something. You stay far away from this.
Oh
Amy said to herself. She then goes back inside to her room to take a break.
Hey, Amy.
A female violet blue hedgehog appeared out of nowhere. Ah! Amy got jumpy and manages to simmer down. Oh, hi Nebula. How'd you get in here?
Your window was open, Morty.
Nebula points out the window. Right. Anyway, I wonder if I should less use my powers for flora life. You know, Rick. You know, so I'm not like violent. Or
Why? Okay, you make a fucking reference to Rick and Morty, and now you're just going on trying to do both characters. Rick and his, Rick. Come on, you gotta do Rick Sanchez and why? Why, dude? Dude, just no. Come on.
or anything, you know, Rick?
What are you talking about, Morty? Your powers make you the goddess of flowers, Morty. And without flowers, how will the bees find pollen to help pollinate plants and food?
Yes, but you know who really bullies about my powers?
No, shut up, Muscle Man. And that was lame, but still. Move to the point. Come on. I'm done.
Amy groans in annoyance.
I'm annoyed.
Yes, I know. Fiona the Fox always crushing your flowers because she hates the bees.
I'm sorry. I gotta comment on this real quick.
You got a bee pollination fetish, Dumbsville?
All of Goth Nebula's characters, including Nebula herself, are either really, really good or really, really bad.
I didn't really see anything really bad with it because you didn't really get to the real context of it. You were making fun of her, so that really distracted me from whatever context you quote-unquote had because there was no real context. It was you just bullying her. That's how you and every other hater works.
It's kind of like a Neil Breen movie. Like, have you ever seen I Am Here?
Now.
Now? It's kind of like that. No, actually, it's a lot like that.
How? Convince us.
Here's the clip from YourMovieSucks.org's video. It's a real ride. Let me tell you that, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you really want me to watch that movie? How would you feel if I actually somehow miraculously watched that movie and came back and agreed with you, Dumbsville? How would you feel? Because I know I wouldn't agree with you, but just saying, how would you feel if I took whatever advice you might have thrown into this video and watched that movie to see the likeness of it, in comparison to Goth Nebula's writing, so say you.
Snippet of what you're in for. Just a little snippet.
And the movie really feels as though it needs to emphasize which characters are good and which characters are bad. So the only characters you'll ever see are either exaggeratedly kind or exaggeratedly evil.
Who is talking right now? So you basically did me a solid. Okay.
That's just not right.
Okay. Okay.
We try to reason with her.
I didn't see any similarities with that. What was your point? That was just basically the movie summing up your bullshit and how constipated it is, Dumbsville. What the fuck? If anything, you could have used Postal, the movie version of it, and it would still not match up to whatever point you're trying to make, but it would have been more entertaining, right? Oh, that's a controversial movie, but yeah.
But that didn't work. Bomb your protector, Amy.
You are like a sister to me, Nebula. I just hope my powers don't go berserk.
I assure you it won't happen, Morty. Not like the last time, but try not to panic, okay?
Oh my god.
I'll try.
I'm so sorry, Goth. If you're looking at this video right now, Dumbsville is basically making fun of himself. Much like every hater, Dumbsville feels the need to emphasize on his thirst for love from his fans, to make fun of folks and attack folks. He claims, don't harass them, but you're making fun of them and you're influencing people to harass them, Dumbsville. And you did nothing when they did harass her. Did you not do anything? You didn't do anything, Dumbsville. Oh my god.
Nebula, Rick, the next day, Nebula and Amy were going to school to get to art class.
Nebula was humming this song, We're the Monstars. What? Aren't the Monstars from Space Jam?
Come on.
Can we please? What the hell? Okay, I was gonna read that.
Slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, and welcome to the...
I get it. I saw the movie and I enjoyed it. I didn't like the second one very much. I didn't even see the whole thing in the second Space Jam, but still!
Jam. Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam.
Catchy, isn't it?
Jeez.
Okay, I'm not normally one to hate on musical opinions, right? I know. That comes from the guy that hits on Sonic93.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna read what she said, because 241:53, because you keep on short stopping.
To art class.
Nebula was humming to the song We're the Monsters by Monster High from her iPhone while wearing the music earplugs. She's talking about Monster High. If that had to happen to be the same spell or similar to the Space Jam, yeah, then that's not even her fault, man.
Nebula was humming this song, We're the Monstars. What? Aren't the Monstars from Space Jam?
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam.
Catchy, isn't it?
It's catchy when I'm not listening to him. Dumbsville, that is.
Okay, I'm not normally one to hate on musical opinions, right? I know. That comes from the guy that hates on Sonic93 fans. Shut up. But anyways, I'm not normally one to hate on, musical opinions, because that's all subjective and everything. But, like, really? Like, really? Really?
What?
Freaking Monster High. Maybe I'm just being too judgmental.
I mean, at least you mentioned it, but what the hell?
Let me just check out We Are the Monstars here.
Okay, I kind of take back what I said. You're going into this, but at the same time, I sort of keep the rest of what I said in there by, you are full of distractions, man. Get to the point when it comes to Goth Nebula. You're distracted by everything.
It's time to celebrate. Now how do you feel?
Wait, what's going on?
PC music.
Wait, what happened? Where was the sound? And you said PC music. Politically correct music? What? Wait, what happened? Was it because of copyright? What was it? I guess, I don't know.
I could, just use this as, torture music.
You could use it as torture music. Why are you so depressing, man? And you love to pick on people who are depressed, who don't do what you do.
Pizza, lamps, Jackie Chan.
Is that why you did it? You drowned out her music, and it wasn't for copyright reason? Is it because you didn't like it? What? You drowned out the music in Monster High. What? That was her jam, yo. Not to freaking, make a pun to Space Jam, but... Jeez. Why do you keep doing this? What are you doing here? Dude! This has nothing to do with Goth Nebula! Oh my god. Okay. Dude in pink is, sitting there smiling. I don't know if he's happy or if he's trying to shrug it off or what, while the others are just suffering. But oh my god, Dumbsville. Okay, he's not smiling anymore. I would jokingly say he's looking at Dumbsville to just move the fuck on, but yeah.
Death grip, so...
Dude, what is your obsession with African Americans? Seriously. What is your obsession with us? I'm mixed, but no. What is your obsession with us, man? You are obsessed with us black people. I am mixed with Native American, but still, this offends me that you do that. It's like you want to hook up with one of us. It's the same thing with Sonic93, because she's actually Eritrean, but she lives in Sweden. But the thing is, you have some type of obsession with African Americans or anybody as of African descent. And you do this so much. You have an obsession with the word Nigge. You spell the rest of it. Dude, you're disgusting. How is no one even remotely bothered by this if you're not? Unless you are enduring it and you're gonna call him out, or you're like, oh, this sucks anyway. How do you love it? How do you love what Dumbsville's doing right here? Ask yourselves. Did you even get to this part? It's an actual song, okay, but you sitting there playing in this video and taking us for a wild ride, on a roller coaster.
Oh, yeah, it is. Whatever, Morty.
Nebula removed one earplug from her ear to hear.
Could you be even any more degrading? You could have just literally given us a warning. that you were going back to Goth Nebula. And you didn't. It's a roller coaster ride.
Class is about to start. Come.
Come on, Harmless.
Dumbsville, why do you have to be so sexual? I saw the word. I know it was spelled C-O-M-E, but the way you're saying it, it's like you're having a freaking orgasm through this whole shit show. And it's fucking disgusting.
Long ways to go yet. Smoother will show you the way.
Amy grabs Nebula's wrist to get to the classroom. They both got to their chairs when the teacher came in. Whoa! Goth Nebula.
Before you say anything about, I think she's from Persona from the Megaton series, but why the fuck can you not just let us see where you're going? Oh my god, I gotta sit through this, whatever.
Pizza, lamps,
whatever.
Jackie Chan.
Whatever. This is more of torture than anything. You building up so much stalling. I don't. You haters do the same thing. You freeze and just like 1 second, like now you see me, now you don't blink. There's either evidence to something or not, or rather the evidence never existed, but you count it as evidence, and we don't even get to see but 1 second of it. And then
Death grip, so
and you are a fucking creep who I'm gonna call you a racist because you are.
Yeah, it is. Whatever, Morty.
Nebula removed one earplug from her ear to hear.
Class is about to start. Come.
Come on, Harmless. Long ways to go yet. Smoother will show you the way.
Amy grabs Nebula's wrist to get to the classroom. They both got to their chairs when the teacher came.
Freeze! Yeah, I forgot. Mitsuru, I forgot her name. Okay, class, today we continue on the painting you are working on. I don't know if you're going to actually read out what she has, or you're just going to skip it like you did with 1 or 2 things already.
Whoa! Goth Nebula, you didn't tell me the teacher would be total waifu bait. Kawaii desu konnichiwa senpai, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, if she's from Persona 3, she used a Megaton character. What's wrong with that?
Okay, class A, today we are working on the painting you are working on.
Oh, you do read it. I take that back. I said you're still mocking her.
You get the pictures you have for inspiration from and your pencils. What are you gonna draw, Amy?
An otter.
What happened to your voice? You got tired of acting? Never mind. Freaking Dumbsville.
Amy said and takes a picture of an otter that looks cute. Aw, cute.
Yup, and you?
Hey, Goth Nebula, is anything going to happen in the story? Like, you're writing Sonic the Hedgehog. Here's a montage of some cool Sonic stuff that happens.
No, come on, dude, no!
And then compare that to this. What are you going to draw, Amy?
That's not comparable! It's a different genre, even though she has a fan character, she's using an official character that she's interacting with. What the hell? Jeez, man. You and your freaking roller coaster fantasies. You haters. I'm gonna take you for a ride. May as well say that.
An otter. Amy said and takes a picture of an otter that looks cute. Aw, cute. Yup, and you? It's a little bit of a contrast, if you get my gist. It's a little bit of a difference in action and...
No, I don't. I feel like I'm in Half-Life 2. Yeah, I played it myself, Dumbsville. Just, I feel like I've been hit with some type of substance. That's just, I don't know. Like, I'm seeing G-Man all over. I set this Dumbsville in place of G-Man. I might do something with that. And I'm Gordon Freeman, with Dumbsville constantly taunting me like, you're going to get to the video, man. You're going to get to the video. I'm not even remotely phased that much, but I'm sick and tired of this bullshit where you harass someone and you try to kamehameha your way through justifying it with distractions and fake evidence.
Excitement, if you know where I'm getting at. Does my son Amy's stories bore you?
Do you have to go back to this? Did you even think about how she was feeling? Did you care about how she was feeling? Dumbsville, if you saw one of her parents in a YouTube video talking about what she went through, what would you say? Will you be like, oh shit, I'm not going to say anything because you know you're full of shit? Or are you going to man up and apologize? Would you even apologize? No, you wouldn't. Oh my god.
You guys?
Yes.
Does my son Amy's stories bore you?
Yes.
If I was to look at her son Amy's stories, I wouldn't be bored. You know, funny thing is, I'm not even bored when it comes to, Dumbsville, you showing her stuff. It's like you're helping me to not be bored of her son Amy stuff when I wouldn't be bored to begin with of reading her stuff. It's actually not boring compared to your stupid shit, man.
I'm gonna do a night sky filled with stars. You still like the night stars, huh? Night stars, what are you, retarded? Whoa, hey!
R word. I don't really comment on everyone using the R word. I'm just like, it's like whatever. It's like, it's just Dumbsville, you make it so blatantly like obvious that you don't respect anybody but yourself. You don't even respect yourself, man.
Hey now!
GothNebula, you didn't tell me that you were waifu bait.
Yeah.
You have got to be fucking kidding me. I knew you were creepy around GothNebula and Sonic93, man. But to do this in your own fucking video on her?
Maybe someone who will say I'm his lovely star.
Oh my god.
Will, that was terrible. Grammar was poor, the dialogue...
The grammar wasn't poor. It was not. There were some mistakes, but that's typical mistakes that anyone can make.
It was poor. The editing was literally just Windows gosh darn Movie Maker.
People don't make things the way you do. I have my own skills. She has her own skills. You have your own skills. What is your point?
It is genuinely bad. Like
it is not genuinely bad. It's you projecting and you having nothing to do but to take a shit in one sitting, and I cannot even comprehend what else I saw in this video so far. You are not being realistic. You're saying nothing really good about it. You're being sarcastic when you are quote-unquote saying something good. Everything else is you just shitting on her.
It's really genuinely bad. Let's try something else. Let's try... Ooh, blood emeralds. What's this?
Why are you
This
showing
sounds
that?
pretty interesting. I mean, if you can't tell by the Doom footage, I love me some good old blood. Let's watch some blood emeralds. Yeah,
Oh
let's
my
do
God.
this.
No. No, dude, no. So, I'm going to stop it right here because this is probably taking up my gigabytes. There's so many distractions in this video. I don't know in which video I'm going to start the next ones right here, but there's too much to talk about. Dumbsville has so many things wrong with his video. Now, let's take a look at this. Let's go around because I'm gonna showcase. You can see this. I'm gonna read these. I'm gonna read this again, especially. Now, remember, this was a Dumbsville simp right here. You see something wrong with this. Someone defending Dumbsville when he doesn't even need defending when it comes to this. Basically, trying to defend a slave owner. Trying to make GothNebula into someone she's not. This right here, Dumbsville's session with GothNebula. This again, right here. Let's see if I got it up here. Wrong one. No, I don't. I don't have the Wikipedia up. I was gonna say something about that, but I'm gonna say it in the next video when it comes to his name, just in case people are like, "Oh, it's not racist." It's like when it comes to the origin, you would have to reconsider. And this is what I showed before. I'm gonna come back and read this again, but And this, I'm going to revisit, yes. And you probably noticed something different, and there's a good reason for it, because that person that I edited out of my meme using an Ace Attorney character, especially, and Archer and others, she has moved on from the situation. If her video is still up, it's still up, even though she apologized to me about what she did, and she wanted Root to know that she's sorry, because some of you people, you get so absorbed into this hate fest, and then you don't realize what you're doing. This is one of the reasons why I'm making these videos. It's because I want people to see what's going on with themselves before it's too late to get out of this. But yeah, this is more conversations from Goth Nebula. I'm going to show, and then I'm going to say this too. I don't know how many videos I'm going to make of this, but it's going to be as many as I need. As Goth Nebula even needs me to. Again, she's a victim. I don't understand why you people think it is so fine to go and harass someone. And then you try to justify it with your superhero story. And then you want people to love you. And then you hide. And then you don't even consider the fact of the matter that their family and friends are worried because of what you did to them. Oh, well, they're not saying anything to me, so I'm fuck. No. It's probably because a lot of people are barricading your bullshit with their own bullshit to make you look good, Dumbsville. Y'all see this. Y'all see our conversations. I say, if you make a video trying to call me out, or call out Goth Nebula, or try to meme what we have here, you do not care about peace. You don't care about unity. You don't even care about reality. You don't even care about your own lives. You only care about sugar spice and everything nice. And you're going to be stuck in your own fandom zone for the rest of your lives, making fun of people until you go, woe is me. That's how pathetic you are, you folks who do that. I'm going to read this stuff in the next video, but I have to finish the Dumbsville one. This is ridiculous. I don't know you personally, Dumbsville, but I know enough that you are a horrible person. Based on your actions, based on what you've done to Sonic93, Root, and True Love, Heart, and anyone else you did it to. And right here, that was your video, right? So I'm going to stop it right here. This isn't everything. But I have this to say. If anybody knows Dumbsville and you support what he does, if you make a video to defend him, do not lie that we're slandering him. Just say you don't care. Just say you support that he made fun of Goth Nebula, that he was saying these horrible things, that he was saying racist things, because that's what he did. Say exactly what he did if you're going to defend him, because the one thing you haters suck at is actually admitting what you actually did and what is right in front of you. I'm not going to take it. I'm not afraid of you. And if you do exactly what Bagadoosh did, threaten Sonic93 subtly in his videos with that gun or whatever, I'm not going to flinch. I'm going to look at you, I'm going to make a smile, and I'm going to glare at you until your soul breaks. Because I don't fear evil. And when it comes to monsters like you need to pay up for what you've done. You've harassed people. You've broken them. You've broken so many folks, and you have us being your janitors. Goth Nebula, if I haven't said it already, Goth Nebula is a human being, and she's been traumatized. Dumbsville. Does that mean nothing to you? Does that mean nothing to anyone? What is the point of having peace and unity if you're not going to respect such, if you're not going to let us bring it, if you're not going to help us bring it, but destroy people. You cannot have peace and unity if you're busy destroying people. You can't. Munchkin adversary out.